Welcome back to Runex. I forgot that you actually have to um, unlock Wildy Slayer, so I figure, hey, I'll show unlocking it on screen. So now, how can I help you? Wait, I need to finish the task game. Okay, so I'm going to start doing Wildy Slayer for Laren's keys and hopefully Wildy boss tasks. Got a Corporeal Beast spawn that I happen to actually be online for. Let's see what we get. Ooh, Soulface got an Elysian. And I just got 9 mil and a intrinsic shard. But hey, that's one more intrinsic shard. Oh my god. Wilderness Slayer is insane points, especially if you have this streak and Max or Slayer. I just got 68 Slayer points from a basically AFK task with the new Elder Chaos Druids, I think they're called. Nice. Popping in for some Scotizo kills. First kill is Toadflax Potions unfinished and Snapdragon Potions unfinished. Which is actually a pretty good drop. I forgot to bring a Bone Crusher. But yeah, I am okay with that drop. I need to just suck it up and drop that hard task with the required beaver pet. I mean, it's not like I'm on OSRS where, you know, not doing a clue means that you're potentially wasting other clues. But still, I just don't like the feeling of, oh, task model. Oh, wait, that's not useful for me unless I, you know, sit at the donator zone chopping magic logs. I should I doubt it, but I should double check with staff if E-Zone has a higher pet, if the doubled resources at the E-Zone count, or if it's purely XP drops. But probably gonna go to like 120 or 130 mil woodcutting because I do have a ton of skiller tokens. I'm also starting to run low on regular luck tokens, and I'm kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel with epic lucks. I need to stop using lucks at the VIP zone. Part of me is wondering why I'm kind of wondering if I should go ahead and make 10 attempts at bags of tokens for more lucks. I should probably just do my emos more diligently because that's really where most of my bags of tokens come from. I mean, I accidentally recorded most of the Scotizo kills, so we might as well stay to the end. There was a Mage of Wisdom exchange that actually really tempted me. It would have taken my Eternals and 3 Seer's Rings, but I don't even have a third regular unimbued Seer's Ring. Fortunately, I don't know. It was 2,000 rune coins. But also it took me forever to get these Eternals. Yeah. Onyx Bolts. Dragonstones and mahogany logs. Nothing fantastic, but nothing bad. Alright, so I am up to 150 skilling points, which actually means that we have an unlock available. We can buy the Skiller's Tome 2, which actually doesn't upgrade the Skiller's Tome 1, so... I thought you could sell the Skiller Tomes back. Huh. Well, that's unfortunate, but that's an extra 2.5% XP when skilling. I was just using my task token so I could get that unlock, and it is also a completionist log item, or collection log. I'm thinking of the completionist cape, but this is more... Actually, you don't need any collection logs for the cape on RS3 anyway. If we look at Skilling Point Shop, we are halfway there. Halfway there. We are not halfway there in the slightest, because we have spent 200 points out of 1,200. So we are 1/6 of the way there. So I'm just gonna do some standard old wood cutting of magics. I'm not gonna worry about tasks. We've hit 121 mil wood cutting and no beaver in sight. And I'm getting very few rolls for the pet, coincidentally. I'm getting very few crystal keys, so... I just want to point out that with the Varrock Armor 4, Skiller Tome 2, Lumberjack Hat, Skilling Backpack, Lumberjack Legs, Fighting Boots, and Safety Gloves, I am actually getting 434,430 woodcutting experience every inventory. I really hope that if nothing else, they significantly increase the chance of pet rolls once you hit 200 mil in a skill. Because if not... I'm just going to probably spend the rest of my night woodcutting. So I've just been informed by Nada on Discord that drop rate actually affects how often you get your skilling pet rolls. So with that in mind, I'm going to get my Cape of Myths out and my Ring of Wealth imbued out. I'm losing out on some XP from the skilling backpack, but yeah, I think that's the drop rate stuff I have. Let me double check, because I don't think... Yeah, I think VIP Cape is just double Runex points. And then there's no drop rate stuff in these slots. Okay. That is going to help, hopefully, get a pet before 200 mil woodcutting. If not, hey, we got a 200 mil this episode. Ryan clearly has a different vision of Runex than the people who play the game. So, there was a minor patch, and let me read you the patch notes. Sponsor Zone Mining now gives Dream Rocks, which are left-click exchanged into sponsor tokens. This is to prevent excessive AFKing. Okay, you just nerfed the $2,500 donator zone. If you're gonna nerf it, make it the mining XP. It's supposed to be a low XP AFK thing that can help the whole community by earning the horns. Raised blood spell heal cap from 6 hit points to 10. That's still not how blood spells work. It's supposed to be up to 15 if you're capping at 60, because it's 25% of the damage dealt. Added the CC ban command for clan chats. Should be useful, especially until we add an extension to the clan chat interface. It is strange when I run into someone who's not in the help CC. Maybe it's to help the staff members deal with the help CC when things get dumb. I don't know. Updated some item guides, so if we look at here, it's got the right Slayer helms in the best in slot things. And they have the individual slots here. Okay. Fix an issue with pin creations and entries not being requested when expected. Fix an issue with Naruto scrolls and master scroll books. People were having issues using them or putting them into the scroll book. I forget which, but I do remember seeing the complaints. Why? That is not the right way to nerf the sponsor zone if you have to do it. It's kind of supposed to be AFK in like the grand design of the game, and you're just making it worse objectively. Like, you'd have to actually increase the amount of tokens you get per mine, which there's no mention of it being exchanged for more sponsor tokens than you would normally get. This is a game design thing in general. I understand the vision of the person who makes the game is always going to be different from the way people play the game. People will always play the game in a different way than intended, but that's not always a bad thing. The sponsor zone being super AFK is kind of just what it's supposed to be, just in the way it fits with everything else in the game. I don't know. No, everyone is calling it a nerf, so I assume that it's not more tokens than you would get before. It's just, it's not a great design choice in my opinion. Like, when they severely nerfed prize boxes and made it so you got, like, none through normal gameplay unless you were doing very specific mini games. You nerfed it the wrong way. Either make them way less powerful, which, you know what? I'd be okay with the prize boxes being as they are if you still got, like, 5 a day. Instead of being from very, 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 very specific pieces of content. It doesn't affect me yet. And by the time I get to the sponsor zone, maybe it'll be different. Maybe it'll be that you do earn more tokens, it's just not AFK, or they have an AFK option and a more token option. Who knows? Then again, Ryan tends to not put those alternatives in the game, so I guess we'll see. 200 mil wood cutting has been achieved. Which, you know, it is an achievement. Even if it's not like 99% AFK. I forgot that I dropped the task scroll. But, well, I think I'm going to get back to it. Actually, what I'm going to do... do I have literally 0 Warrior Guild tokens? I'm going to do a bit of the good old grind at... I had to break it. I broke my Aram set, so I have to repair it or get it down to 100. But I'm going over to the good old Warriors Guild to try and get myself the tokens for another attempt at the Fighter Torso E. Because, again, don't see myself getting Draconic anytime soon. And this is basically second best in slot to Draconic, as far as I know. So let's go to the good old enchantment chest I hate so much. Or enchantment. Yeah, he said enchantment. Fighter Torso E, I need 1k Warrior Guild tokens, 750 rune coins, and my Torso I. The E is a +1 strength and +6 to accuracies, which is more than double the accuracies. I was really dumb when I said that it's not a big enough boost to care about. I'm going to be real, I'm going to grind out like 3k tokens, and I will buy more torsos. Or with Runex points. Because I know I have a bunch of D chains, but I really don't want to spend that. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be good. Oh, I did a rune coin exchange. I got Bandos Tacits and something dumb out of the other M box because it was a double. That's when I'm doing it. But yeah. Here's hoping I can get a upgrade here. Alright, I have more than enough Runex points. If this goes awry, wow, I'm over halfway to the Crystal Cannon. If this goes right. Now I need the rune coins. Yep, figured. I thought it was 1.5 mil. It's 2.5. Grinding out the Warrior Guild tokens isn't actually that hard. Nope. Let's go get and enchant another one. And most likely get yet another one. Being so far from the Crystal Cannon, I don't mind nearly as much as I thought I would. Spending all this Runex. Nope, officially overrate. Yeah, the most painful part of this is actually the Runex points that I'm throwing away. Buying more torsos and imbuing them, but because it takes like maybe 5-10 minutes tops if you're not really paying attention. So yeah, I am going to be getting this episode unless I somehow run out of rune coins, at which point I am going to be extremely upset. This is like, unless I get it soon, this is actually going to be the big goal of the video. Getting a fighter torso upgrade. This is my life. Alright, let's delete yet another torso. I feel like I need to show all of this, even the fails. Yep. So, I am growing more and more irate because I'm actually looking at my Runex point pile and watching them dwindle away. Don't get me wrong, if I run out, I will actually grind out the torsos with tokens. God. Six attempts total on this account. 33% chance, by the way. Deleting another torso from the economy because, as we all know, there are just too many torsos floating about in the trading post and all that. Yeah. The real sad part isn't the Runex points, it's the rune coins I'm throwing away on this shit. Alright, come on. It's not even going to be joy, I feel. It's going to be finally. Or that's it. Something along those lines, you know? Especially if I have to actually upgrade Dragon Chain bodies. Maybe the trick is to close my eyes when I click it. It didn't work with Evoid, but it might work here. And... yes, it actually worked! Woo! Like, attempts. Nice. 149 strength bonus in my best gear, plus Karamja gloves. Which is a max of 45 seems low. Oh, it might not count the Karamja gloves. So, yeah, that is a significant gear upgrade permanently. Untradeable, my man. So I'm gonna... I don't know. Probably just rack up a task scroll daily once this ticks over. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going to do, and then maybe do some Wildy Slayer to get those last two Laren's keys. I know I've been borderline teasing with those. So I have a question for those watching. Just in general, when I ask a question, I'm going to pull the curtain back here for a moment. Comments are slightly preferred to messages in-game answering questions. One, because I might be AFK when you answer them. But B, because comments actually help with search engine optimization. More people are going to be recommended videos if you interact with the video, including liking or disliking, commenting, that sort of thing. That's why people are always so desperate for ratings, even if they're farming dislikes. But my question is, does anyone know why there are so many different vanilla RuneScape servers? And by that I mean, like, no real custom content, basically the same game. Like, I understand different revisions, but, like, there are so many vanilla PK servers. Like, why do people have preferences between them? Like, why is there rote PKs and Vitality and PK Honor and what's another one? Grinderscape? Is Grinderscape pre-EOC or 317? Like, it's just something that baffles me. Because they're the same game. So I'm cutting sapphires, which reminds me of something. I assume I'm allowed to, like, mention long dead servers in these, and if not, oh well, I don't get paid for these anyway. I don't really care. I remember I used to play Bane Escape was my server of choice. It was never a particularly big server. I think it averaged 60 players or so, which, granted, pretty significant for a client-based RSPS. God, when was that? That was... I lived in Sunnyvale at the time. I guess it was like 2010 to 2012-ish. I could probably... Actually, hang on. I actually still have videos of it on my old... Yeah, it was 2010. Back then, I didn't know about, like... being able to record multiple clips. But it was, like... At the time, most servers were technically semi-custom because they had stuff like the Flame Burst Defender, which I think is actually on Spawn PK. But one of the early game money-making methods was cutting gems. You would buy it from the crafting store, cut it manually because he didn't have the make all interface, and sell them back to the store for a profit. It was not a good moneymaker, but it was supposed to be, you know, good enough to start off with. This was 10 years ago. I was 13. I did not have that patience. So I never really, like, had enough for even, you know, basic stuff like a whip. Anyway, we have a bunch of task stuff I'm going to open. I figure I'll actually just open them when I do the dailies, because I could save them for events, but amount of stuff they usually give is pretty bleh for events. So, ooh, that saves me a lot of money, and those are almost all worth keeping for rune coins, except the heraldic helm. Bag of tokens, holy sandals. Actually, that's really good. I think I turned those into devouts. The cloaks, and I can't say no to epic keys. Top hat. That's not rune coins, is it? No, but I think it can go in my POH. So I'm going to stick that there. That kind of goes there because it's upgradable, I think. Is it Boots of Stone that you upgrade, or Holy... I'll find out. Let's see. Last 3 of these. That's standard rapier. Elixir of Fortune is the best thing in there. Ooh. A parrot. That's a log item, I think. Let's check the log. Yeah. Parrot and is a new log slot, so I just need the Brickstone Wedge, Frog Slippers, Mole Slipper, okay, Brickstone Wedge, all 3 boots, Bag of Riches, and the Fury Ore. And open the mediums. Darkbow is actually pretty good. Elixirs of Greed, I think I was running low on those. Strength Trimmed. Ooh, 100 luck tokens. I was definitely running low on those. Let's skip her hat and a dragon picket. That's a strange one. And last medium casket. Huh. Can't complain about a scroll that gives a fury. That's actually a really good rune coin. Yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna show opening the caskets that I do on a particular daily. Guess I should go get those Larence keys. I'm trying to make a Wilderness Slayer loadout, and I've been sleeping on this lava ring. It gives me 8 crush accuracy for my brimstone hammer. It gives 6 strength and 2 prayer on top of giving magic defense. I think I'm going to include a switch to black d'hide in there just as a in case I get maged. I hate wilderness content, by the way. So, well, I'm camping this Venenatus task. Might as well talk about what I'm going to be doing with all these Slayer points once I get my other 2 fused helms out of the way, because I'm getting a ridiculous amount of points. It also takes a ridiculous amount of points for the 2 more fused helms that I need, 10,200. But at that point, I have basically unlocked everything that matters from the Slayer store. Now, some people might choose to just go for the Slayer gloves, because that, I believe that is more... No, that's actually the same rune coins per Slayer point. But because it's 250 there, or 125 for a chaotic, or the chaotic boxes. However, certain items from the Slayer store are both sought after and tradable. Things like the Karend Instanced Scroll, which, you know, it is 5k, but, like, I know that Metal Raymond needs one, for example. I know that a lot of people, not big fans of grinding out Slayer points. A lot of eco accounts will just bot, and when I say eco account, by the way, I don't mean like Foo and Cup of Tea. I mean like economy accounts, like people non-Ironman accounts. But like lots of people don't want to grind out basically a 4th Slayer Helm just for that AFK-ness. So I can sell those scrolls for quite a bit, and I'm probably going to be doing a lot of Brimstone Slayer just to fill that log. Oh, wow. Nice. Justice CR is actually really good if you get the Holy Ring, because it is Ceridolman. Plus, it's a 1500 RC drop, even if you're not going for that. But yeah, it's going to be an insane amount of bond money. Also, I'm probably going to be winning a lot of bonds from Metal Raymond's giveaways soon because I have a lot of time in there, and I genuinely do endorse Metal Raymond's streams. They are a good time, and he is something that I like is that he is one of few RSPS tubers. Is that a term? Who does not use ableist slurs a lot. You know, the R word. That bugs me, particularly, so it's nice when I find people in a fairly vulgar scene that don't do that. What do I need? Well, I need everything from Venenatus. I just failed the Chaos Elemental task because I didn't have enough time. Oh my god, I got the dupe of the one item. Cool. Glad I didn't clip that then, because I knew I had it. I just didn't realize it was the one item that I had from it. I have been slacking on my VIP zone stuff because I haven't had, like, stuff I need to do and then have this in the background. Anyway, point is, Slayer is going to be making me a lot of money up until honestly, I'll probably keep doing Brimstone Slayer because you get a lot of rune coins from the Brimstone keys. You get a lot of dragon swords and dragon crossbow. Do you get the dragon crossbow? I feel like you do. Let's check. Brimstone chest. Yeah, you get a lot of these, which is, 150, 350, 50. You don't get a lot of harpoons, as it turns out, but also completing the log gets me a 2nd imbuing stone, which is super nice. But I'm probably going to just keep doing it for imbuing stones, even past completing the log, because I just really need imbuing stones. I need them for the Grand Max Cape. I need them for, if I ever get a Karazi ring, I need them for a Shaman ring just for the sake of having a complete imbued ring set. I need them for Mage of Wisdom exchanges that require like a thermo ring imbued. I feel like my next AFK thing once I or rather I feel like if I am AFKing, I should probably start doing it at Lizardman Shamans, because one, I can work towards that log again, and two, I can just, get up a ton of boss points, because I really want superior bosses too. But at the same time, I don't know. Should I go for the restoration perk first? Where it's like, you have a chance to fully heal after boss kills. But yeah, boss points and log. Plus, my luck, I'm going to get lots and lots of shaman rings there. Hey, 133 kill count Grardor, and we got some Tacits. So that's awesome. It's another collection log item and another 500 rune coins. I guess that rune coins don't really have as much value right now because I'm not at a point where it's like, oh, I will buy this fused and make the lava or earth or whichever I'm going to do. I think lava because I use melee most places that I don't use mage. But yeah, VIP zone is very good. They're apparently making an actual legendary zone soon, which is nice because I have a bond incoming from a Metal Raymond stream. I like how YouTube is my main source of bonds from, like, other people. Alright, so I thought about it, and instead of going straight for Superior Bosses 2, which would lead into Superior God War Dungeon bosses, but I'm going for Regenerate 1, because this is going to actually make my stays at bosses much longer, the ones that I can't fully AFK. And it's only 5k points for Regenerate 2, so I think that's what I'm going to go for. Because Soul Snatcher 2... it's only 5% more chance to get an extra boss point per boss kill. It doesn't say that it doesn't stack with similar effects, but the fact that Snatcher 3 is 1 to 2 extra points per kill kinda tells me that's what it is. Before I go for Lizardman Shaman log, I'm probably going to wait until I've ground out Luck Upgrade 1. That doesn't mean I won't camp Lizardman Shamans specifically for points, because they are apparently the meta for farming boss points. But let me double check the wording on Regenerator. After boss kills. So this should work in the VIP zone. Because it's not per boss kill in an instance. It's not per boss kill non-instanced, non-spawned. It's just per boss kill. So this should actually even help me here. Well, I mean, I'm banking after every 5 spawns anyway, but I mean... it's still super nice. AFKing Shamans while doing some coursework, and I actually got my Shaman ring for the log. Not bad. Just kind of sitting here with Melee Prayer, Piety, and the Cannon. I don't know if this is better or worse than Deflect Melee and Turmoil, but I'm going to stick with this because my HP drains at such a slow true rate, including the Hydro Phoenix accessories, that I can actually rely on the Regenerate perk, which was the idea. Okay, wow, I completely missed it until I saw it in my inventory, but 7436 kill count, another Lizardman Shaman pet. So all I need is the Warhammer. There's something else, right? I need to just sit there at KBD next, but... no, I really do just need another Warhammer. Let's see if history repeats itself. Those who fail to learn from history are doomed to repeat it. Within the last few kills, I just got 2 Shaman rings. The first one wasn't worth showing. Oh, actually, it was a little bit ago. But it was on my last Doom bag. But, guess we're doing this wild ride again. Only this time, I'm not even actually going after the log actively. I'm just kind of doing this while working on an online course. Alright, I actually got the log. Basically 800 kills in. Which is very relieving. Alright, I don't know what I'm gonna... Or I do know what I'm gonna AFK next. It's gonna be the KBD. Let's go ahead and dump stuff in here. And pop this mystery ticket and get a donator mystery box with lava. I hope I didn't mess that up. There we go. Oh, God. It changed right before I actually did the double daily. Well, still, Dragon Claws. Is that a item off of the box log, I wonder? Because I keep forgetting there is actually a log for donator boxes and chests, but no, sadly, it is not a log. Wow, you can get the Dragon Hunter Lance from that thing? Because I believe that donator boxes and chests actually have the same pool. It's just you get more stuff out of the chest. But hey, the claws are 750 rune coins. That is better than most rune coin items from those boxes, so I will take it. Alright, now to move on to doing KBD AFK. So choosing the King Black Dragon as my AFKing target is actually having an unexpected effect. If we look in the loading bag, you get a ton of gems, well, specifically a ton of rubies, a ton of black dragon leather, and a ton of adamantite bars from this. I mean, also U-logs, but I already have a ton of those. And what's good about that, along with the fact that, you know, you get 50 to 75 of these things, is that is going to help me a lot with smithing, which otherwise would be one of the worst skills to 200 mil, because at least agility you get something out of. You know, mining you get crystal keys when you fail pet rolls. Woodcutting you get crystal keys when going for pet rolls. Just so many things you can just get crystal keys from, at least. Along with, you know, runes. Darts for your blowpipe. Alright, I got nothing except for, like, welfare splash protection gear in the wildy. Tons of resources. Like, smithing is useless on this server because there's nothing to really make with it that you can't just get better from PBMing. Like, oh, I got adamant plate bodies. I can't do anything with them, but I've got a ton of adamant plate bodies. I do feel like we could have, like, kind of bootleg invention on here for an auto alker, please, Ryan. But yeah, getting a lot of really good resources from here, which I can't really say about Lizardman Shamans. I mean, I guess the Runite ore is convertible into catalytic tokens. And of course, I don't go dry on the boss that I'm like, I could go dry here, not be upset. 817 kill count KBD log completed, and the box gets us a dark bow, which is like, isn't that 100 rune coins? 150, nice. So, not terrible. I don't actually remember if I have the KBD pet in my menagerie. So let's go ahead and check. I was literally there for like less than 5 minutes. Hey, that's actually my first KBD pet too, so that's another pet unlocked for the sake of doing task scrolls. Oh, Slayer pets. I was like, how do you get a baby dragon? And now I kind of want to, like, fill up the pet log here, because that would be cool, the Slayer pets. But most of them aren't used for task scrolls, and I'd want to focus on those first. In any case, do I have any AFK bosses left? Possibly Giant Mole, but there's only one spawn because it can spawn, E-Mole. I guess Dagonoth Kings. Yeah. Yeah, Dag Kings. Why is the Mud Battle Staff noted in the log? Did Thermo. I guess KBD, or I guess God Wars Dungeons are technically AFKable, especially with the um, VIP zone, but I mean something that I don't have to pay attention to. Like, I still need to eat for most of these bosses. Wow, I think we actually are done with the super AFK logs, besides the Dagonoth Kings, which is cool. Yeah, we have 3 more to go. How many collection points do we have? We have 14. What can I get for 14 collection log points, I wonder? Let's see. Collection log store. So sword 1 is 25. Pet 1 is 100. Monkey is 250. V's shield is 50. Cursed Void is 150. Halo 1 is 50. So, if we look at the achievements for the collection log store, we need 25 for the sword 1 for the first achievement, 50 for the V's shield for the second achievement, 75 for sword 2 for the third achievement. So we're aiming for 75. Are there any boxes or other logs I could reasonably complete? Semi-reasonable just because of how many crystal keys I get in general. Not reasonable at all. Very reasonable considering I only need 2 items from it and I already have the rarest item. That's going to take some time. Not reasonable at all. Not reasonable at all. Not reasonable at all. Just going to happen over time with bags of riches and sacks of riches. Not reasonable at all. Not reasonable at all. You do get 1 point for the Warriors Guild. Wow, it really does not seem like there is any chance of me getting these done anytime soon. I mean, you do get 5 points for the easy task scrolls. I might do like 10 of those at a time to try and finish that log. You know, I got the super rare thing from mediums already 3 times. That's not terribly... That's... It's hard where it's like, no, that's not getting completed. So yeah, I guess we're going to start on the Dagonoth Kings as an AFK thing. I'm going to be starting with Supreme, which actually has nothing but the rares that I care about, because Battle Staves, I've mentioned this before, something needs to drop orbs for Battle Staves, otherwise they're a useless drop. Alright. So I'm gonna go sit at Dagonoth Supreme for a while. So with that, I think we're gonna end off here. We didn't make a ton of progress, but we did get 2 collection logs completed, a lot of drops and rune coins available, and I think this is the episode where we got the Fighter Torso E, so we can't say we didn't get a pretty good gear upgrade too. In the next one, I'm either going to have hit 200 mil strength or completed another log, because really those are my next big goals. Honestly, I'm not sure where to... I feel like at this point... At this point, I feel like my only significant upgrades are going to be Draconic for melee, and a Lava Slayer Helm. And I don't want to like be forcing boss tasks for Dagonoth Kings for Slayer points or anything. But I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay. I should be wearing Berserker ring, but Sun Spear and Dark Sun Spear. Meteorite Cape / Grandmax Cape. I should be wearing my Amulet of the Damned trimmed. That is true. I need to fix some of this stuff up. But from there, it's like... Sanguinesti is... Sanguinesti is actually a all-style thing. Never mind. You know... I can't avoid... Chambers of Zarek at this point, I don't think. I think that it is my next avenue of actual progress, but I've been avoiding it because it is relatively high effort to grind, I mean. But who knows, maybe I'll get distracted by the next update, which is supposed to be reworking some of the donator zones, and as well as introduce Group Ironman. Obviously, I'm going to go do Emil because I really need Graincrest Piece 3s, and, you know, it would be awesome to fill out this log because the items themselves are awesome, but also 5 mystery tickets. Otherwise, it's just, oh man, Archer Ring, oh man, Sea Urkel, oh man, Dragon Axe, Harpoon, Pet, here. I do not want to do Zarek's. Oh god. I should be soul splitting. Who am I fooling? Anyway, see you guys in the next one.